and welcome to our video series at Robbinsdale Parkway United Church of Christ called Grace, Gratitude, and Generosity. These three words that are the pillars of this soul work that moves into this tending the soul idea of taking all of our stories of trauma, of experience, and reminding ourselves that we are held and healing is possible. It's why we do this. It's why we open ourselves up in this way so that we all can experience the possibility that those past traumas can be healed, whether they reside in our body, in our mind, or in our soul. This is deep work, and I'm so glad that you are with us, that you are here. My name is Reverend T. Michael Rock. I'm one of the pastors at Robbinsdale Parkway UCC. But more importantly, I am also someone on a healing journey. And I'm there because of grace. Grace is such an important word, and we know it in kind of some weird, trite way through this song, Amazing Grace, that people sing all the time in different ways and different places. But it comes from trauma. It comes from a person who wrote this song after being part of the slave trade in the Middle Passage and the dehumanization of black-bodied people. And knowing how broken he was by participating in this inhuman experience. And yet felt God's love. Not because of that, but in spite of that, there was grace for him. And then somehow he hoped and prayed that there would be grace for the people, the humans, the black-bodied humans that he had seen suffer and die. This grace allowed the possibility for healing. So you have to understand that in our tradition and throughout time, this is not just a Christian concept, this idea of grace, but this gift of grace that comes to us for our healing. This gift of grace that is born in the experience of reconnection, recalibrating, refinding ourselves is all about the possibility of grace. And these wonderful Quakers, Jim Gully and Mulholland, wrote this book, If Grace is True, Then Every Soul Will Be Saved. There is no hell. There is no eternal damnation or condemnation if grace is true. Grace opens up this possibility that everyone can find healing, but it takes work. It's not just done by the divine. It is done in partnership. It is done in the ongoing experience of grace to find healing in our bodies, in our experience from our trauma. Grace allows us to experience oneness, but then we have to take that and make those changes happen so it doesn't happen again. Yes, indeed, grace is amazing. It does offer that possibility for healing, but if we don't change the systems in place, then more trauma happens. More division, more inhuman acts happen. And then there will be amazing grace there too, but changing the systems allows for a much longer lasting healing than this promise of grace. I want to say that grace in its form, in its understanding of this work, that we've used that word throughout time, is the invitation. It's the very, very beginning of understanding who we are and who or what we call God is. Any divine revelation or being can move into that place of the beginning of that invitation, the beginning of that connection, the beginning of knowing that we are beloved children of the divine. The beginning place is grace. It is the first beautiful step of understanding our belovedness and that healing can be possible. And so in these videos, we hope that you find in your experience grace upon grace upon grace, the invitation to always return to your belovedness. If If you like this video and want to see others, please like and subscribe, and know that we are going to continue being a part of this ministry with you, seeking and understanding our own experiences of grace.